sets you up in excellent field position, the last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two, and he will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! Punching it in from a yard away. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboys taking the field again here offensively. And speaking of Dallas, we discussed their Week 6 loss to the Jets earlier. That's a head-scratcher. Even though it's on the road, nobody saw them losing that. And now all of a sudden they're at 3-3.
And when you look for positives, that's what you just hit on. They're 3-3 and still tied for first in their division with Philadelphia. And if you really want to make things go away, at least for a little while, beat Philadelphia, take over first place by yourself. Oh, by the way, they play Sunday night in in Arlington, Texas. That's a big ball game for them, a big ball game for Philly. And the bottom line is, if you win your division, no matter what the record, you go to the playoffs.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Prescott steps away to his left. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. This is Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. Throwing, Prescott.
Some of the most unselfish players on.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Freeman again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down. It's Freeman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Ryan, and that's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The stop made by Kamal Ishmael. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 63 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Ryan. And no, it's in.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?